This is CG Ruthless Sports. I will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joneth Piptne, bro. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going down with you, CG? Man, it's nice to be on your show, man.
Yeah, man, definitely appreciate it, man. Not just a Bears content creator, a professional boxer, by the way, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Dude, tell everybody where they can find you on social media platform.
Yes, sir. You can just look me up on, of course, just look up Joneth Piptne, Joneth, and then after that space in between Piptne, Piptne, you'll be seeing Bears contents. Also, I've just started up the main event podcast. We just did that not long ago with Kofi him and KO Sports Talk. Also, I do boxing content as well. I will be uploading my last boxing match that happened a couple Sundays ago. I did stop the guy in the second round. So yeah, man, just getting it on and popping, and then just looking for another fight. But I ain't trying to do something that's out too out of control. I'm trying to get down the weight down to about 154. So yeah, man, I'm trying to get smaller so then I can fight smaller guys, and then just keep moving, man. You know, I fought the heaviest I fought at that time. I was 168 for that fight. So now I'm trying to get back down to like 154, 147.
That's what's up, man. Here, shout out to Cardcast and shout out to one of my up-and-coming guests that's coming up next week. 400 Dude, he's a rapper. Cool dude. Then we got your boy. We got your little Chicago buddy. We got Butters.
So what's going on, Mike? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you again.
This was a late announcement. This was kind of like we didn't even schedule it like the way we had it in plan. And then Jonah just said, "Why not you do it?" Okay, I got you. Bam.
Right. It was like we agreed to do it, but we was moving around too much. We never even specified who channel was gonna be on there. We was like, "Hey, we gonna collaborate? Yeah, let's do a Saturday." That's it.
and I thought it was gonna be on your show at first, and then the late second was like, "Are you sure it's going to be on your show?" And then you told me, "Why not your show?" I'm like, "All right, give me a few minutes."
Yes, sir.
I'm a quick adjuster. But speaking of the Chicago Bears and the 49ers, man, this is the game that we all wanted to see last year, Trey versus Justin Fields, and we're getting into this season opener, man. And my shout out to my boy John Jay.
Yes, sir, John Jay. I appreciate the love, bro. Always, man. Appreciate the love.
For sure, man. Dude, like, you know, this is the game that we all wanted to see last year, but Jimmy Garoppolo was starting last year. So we get a chance to see that Trey Lance versus Justin Fields, man. That is something. Shout out to my boy Bird Game, the CEO of the BGN Sports Media, the G in the house, man. That's what's up.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, it was probably just meant to happen this year. Last year probably wouldn't have been the best time. You know, the Bears weren't playing that well. 49ers at that time, they was probably just starting to ascend throughout the season, because I think that at that time it was like 2-5. The Bears was whatever, and then the 49ers won their third game and then took off and wound up going 10-7. The Bears went downhill. So it was like, I don't know, maybe this might be the best time for both teams to go against each other, you know. I believe so, especially for the Bears early in the season. This is the time where even if the Bears is not that good, this is the time that the weaker teams usually beat the better team. week 1 through 4 typically. Then after that, the better teams take off, and the weaker teams usually, they go in place. So yeah, that's how I can see it going. Honestly, I picked the Bears to upset the 49ers. Now, if it was around week 7, week 8, I'd have been like, I don't know. But this is the best time when both teams finally trying to get their wheels really turned.
Yeah, I know you're kind of getting too ahead of the prediction. We haven't even got to the who's gonna win and lost stuff. We're going with the matchups first of all. But man, I like the energy, man. I got to admit, man, you got the energy, you got the confidence. We'll show that later on, man. Oh, Tommy's cool with you, but I guess he doesn't seem to like your boy Judah.
No. Oh yeah. I know. Last time last time Tommy was on. Last time I spoke to Tommy saw me going back and forth with Judah about a whole different situation, and I had Tommy rolling the whole time. He was like, "How the hell we get on this?" But yeah, shout out to Tommy, man. Oh,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I heard you had COVID, Tommy. I'm happy that everything cool with you, man.
Yeah,
So yeah.
hopefully everything's all well. But yeah, dude, this is definitely something we're all looking forward to. Yeah, bear down. Hey, but this dude's gonna be a good guest of mine because he does rap videos. He does like mostly a lot of Niner rap videos. Actually, I've been getting a couple of 49er rappers on my show lately. Like I had what is it, RBL Black C, who's like he doesn't do a lot of the Niner stuff, but it kind of got his attention like a while back. And then I had Jose Santana, and then this guy right here. So he's definitely one of those
Okay.
guys. Yeah. Oh, can't believe Judah. I mean, dude, like I said, Joneth already knows what's been going on before, so he knew this was not going to fit well with me and him.
Right. Listen, I told Judah last year. I told Judah last year. CG is not CG Bully no more. He is a different type of guy. He ain't changed his content around. He is a smooth guy. Everything. And he was like, "Oh yeah, for real, I might have to check him out, and he was talking like everything was smooth, but Judah is Judah, man. I'm not mad at Judah. That always been Judah since I know him. So he not gonna change. So
Yeah,
it
that's
is what it
true.
is.
That's true, man. I mean, if he's cool with you, that's a difference. I'm not gonna be like certain people and say, "Hey, you shouldn't
Well,
be hanging out with so and so." That's your
yeah,
decision.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
I'm not. I can't say that's my guy. Like Kofi, my guy. Kofi, that's my homeboy. Me and him have been in over each other house and spend time and been cooling. So it's like I can like Kofi. That's like 100% legitimately my boy. Me and Judah just cool. We go as far as the Bears game, but with the flat Earth and all that X stuff he do, that's his thing.
yeah.
I'm not gonna talk ill about him. But yeah, that ain't none of my business. You get what I mean?
That's true, exactly. But let's debate about these matchups. Okay, when we look at the
Yes,
Bears,
sir.
okay, when we look at the Bears and Niners, yeah, season opener, like you said, the team that you don't expect to win can be one of those teams to upset. So it's like it goes in for that time being, and you guys are like the underdogs, of course, because you guys are rebuilding, new coaching staff. What was your thoughts about this team when they hired this Eberflus? Like, did you really thought this was a good hiring, or you were saying, who the hell is he?
I was definitely saying, who the hell is Matt Eberflus? What the hell is an Eberflus? I was cracking jokes about
I
this
thought
man
it was a
all off
medicine.
season. I was cracking jokes on this man majority of the off season. When he got rid of Mac, I was mad, but then But then when I went behind the scenes, I was like, okay, salary cap issue. When he got rid of Tariq Cohen, I was like, that was bad. And then right after that, Tariq Cohen tore his Achilles. I was like, well, guess that turned out well for the Bears. Got rid of dead money. So honestly, they've been making the right decisions. Now when it comes down to it, how good of a coach is he? How well can the team execute with him? And that's what it come down to. They got enough talent to upset a few teams. Now, what really is going to help is uh, how well they execute, because they don't have the talent. This is just to say the truth. They really don't have the talent on paper to beat the 49ers. The 49ers, honestly should. Well, I'm not gonna talk how I usually talk because I don't want you to lose no money and then. But basically, they should be getting they should be getting smashed. They should be getting smashed. But based on what I seen in the preseason, even though preseason don't translate to the postseason,
Yep.
execution, coaching is better. Everything that the Bears was missing last year, they're performing at that level this year. So that's the things that can help the Bears possibly steal some games. Oh, and just to answer you, Tommy Hucks, everything going good. I won my last fight. I stopped the guy in the second round 2 weeks ago. I'll be posting that fight on my page pretty
Oh yeah. Like speaking of the boxing match, you won your other match on the second round.
yes, a 1 minute and I think five, maybe 20 seconds in the second round. I stopped the guy.
Ooh man, I don't know if you posted that video, but was that like a while ago or months ago?
No, that was 2 weeks ago. I haven't posted it yet. I'm gonna post that within the
Oh,
next
you gotta post it,
few
man.
days to a week. No, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it on the. That's the heaviest I ever been. 168 pounds.
Okay, all right. So that was 2 weeks ago, but you didn't post it. All right, got you.
No, no,
So
I just got it on DVD, so I finally got it on DVD, so I can post
yeah. So when you look at the matchup, like you said, like when you figured out who Eberflu was, I thought that was a medicine. I thought it was like a medicine, like a cough medicine name, you know?
it. Right, I know, right? Sound like a new vapor rub.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, we shall see. But so when you look at the matchups, okay, when we look at the your overall team matchup, okay, we'll start off with quarterback. All right, so I know you're going to lean towards Justin Fields because he did play a lot of games, and that's pretty much where it leans towards because we're going by who played a lot of games and who had more experience. Trey Lance is the unknown, so okay, I'll give the Bears the edge on Justin Fields because he did play a lot, just to keep
Right.
it realistically. But if it was just if Trey was playing more and I seen a lot of more better out of it, then I'll lean towards him. But right now, I had to go to Justin Fields on this one.
Yeah, true. Now, yeah, that's the matchup. Now, a running back matchup. I'm gonna pick David Montgomery. Even
Running back.
even though because he's shown that even with a terrible offensive line, he can still dominate.
David Montgomery is just a solid back. Niners just have so many plethora of running backs, so it's kind of hard to choose against it. But
Because you got David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert, when he came in, still ran for over 100 yards too. So they got two solid running backs. 49ers got multiple solid running backs. Really, I don't know. It just really come down to like I said, execution from the team. That's really what's going to affect how the flow of the game go.
yeah, I mean,
Who make the least amount of mistakes?
when you look at running backs, I mean, the Niners are well coached at that. But like you said, the Bears, they have a good running back in Montgomery and that Khalil Herbert. But when you look at the combination of the yardage, I got to give the edge to the Niners a little bit because we are more of a run first team. Elijah Mitchell, who was he before? He was a 6th-round pick. We made this guy look like a stud out there. Like he could have easily been rookie of the year if they would have used him a lot, But he got close to 1,000.
I would say this then. What was y'all ranked last year in terms of rushing yards? Because I think the Bears was like 6th.
Oh, they were 6th?
Yeah.
I think we were ranked somewhere in between I can't remember what it was, but I think it was in the 15s. But I guess I give you credit there. Okay, all right, so fair game. So I guess Bears had a better running attack last year, so 6th ranked.
And that was with an old man at Jason Peters being and everybody else was I still don't know how they ran for. I still don't know how they were 6th in the league in rushing, between 6 and 8. I don't get it. I don't know. They couldn't block to save their life.
But at least you got them out of yards. So I guess that would be the edge there. But that depends on how we stop here. But when we go to wide receiver, you got to give the Niners the edge because
Niners, that's easy. Like Bears don't have Allen Robinson no more. Darnell Mooney barely got 1,000 yards. Everybody else is improving.
So okay, so like right there, you look at the Niners depth chart. Yeah, Debo Ayuk, and then we got this up and coming guy named Jennings who's coming into his own. Then we got Ray McLeod. We know him as a return man or a gadget player, and then we got this one kid from SMU. He's kind of unproven right now, but you kind of like the steal. And then we got Malik Turner, so that's intriguing. The Bears, who they got at wide receivers that you said that are very unproven?
I listen. I can't even name them right now
Because they're pretty much not a good name right there. Like the guy from the Packers, who was he?
Listen, I try to forget people from the Packers automatically.
like that St. Brown guy. That's your number two right there.
Yeah, I think it's St. Brown. Well, he could be up number 2 or number 3, but it's really just right now until I see something. It's really just Mooney right now. That's all I can say. Until those guys show me, and I say it like this: if those guys can show me something to let me know their names, other than that, until then, they don't have my respect enough to even say their name. The only one who earned enough respect for me to know their name is Darnell Mooney so far.
And that's Darnell Mooney. He's a proven brand. The rest of them are all dollar store receivers. Like you don't even know the other guys. But here's a good question by Jaqual. Shout out to him. What's your concern for the Bears? You know, like when you face the Niners, what do you think it's going to be concerning when we play against you guys?
Execution, lack of talent, and what's the last thing I could say? Right now, the strength of the defense. You know, how was the pass rush? That and how is your offensive line looking like it did last year right now?
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be a challenging part. But I think if you look at the offensive line, it's kind of like evenly, if I'm being honest. You can put a tie on it because outside of Trent Williams, it's kind of unproven when you think about it. Like McGlinchey's soft he's soft as a marshmallow, man. That guy can't even block to save his life.
That's why I say it come down to coaching execution. You know, it's which coach is going to execute 6 and 7 man protections at the right time. Which one is going to chip the linebacker / defensive end, depending on if you're running a 4-3 scheme or a 3-4 screen. Who gonna chip the linebackers at the right time? Who gonna double team the linebackers and have your tight end leak out in the flat? Who gonna have your running back chip the linebacker / DN and then run an in route, an out route, whatever. You know, how your tight end run combination routes. That all come down to execution of the coach. What type of game plan do they run against that certain team? Now you know that y'all know the offensive line is bad. The Bears and the offensive line is bad. Only thing I'm happy about is not Matt Nagy, because he'd just say screw it, 5-man front, and then let Fields get murdered. So Eberflus, hopefully he makes the right decision.
You're just hoping that a better coach and a better play call is what you're hoping for, because now that they're letting Justin Field play up to his strength now, because like you said last year under Matt Nagy, it didn't play up to his Field's strength, so that's probably where he got a lot of his growing pains at, maybe.
Yeah, that's why he had that whooping against the Browns. On top of that, you know, defense being inconsistent last year, lost us a few games against, of course, the Steelers, the Vikings twice. Shit, it was a few teams that the Bears could have beat that they lost games against. The Bears blew like 3-4 games last year that they could have won easily, you know. So it was like, you know, it is what it is. You know, even against you guys, believe it or not, the Bears could have won that game. Defense let Deebo Samuel go from being stopped to him just wreaking havoc. Right, wreaking havoc. You know, so that's the things that that's my concern. Lack of terrible tackling last year, so had to be improved tackling. Man, I can keep going and just take over the show and just voice my concerns to a point that it'll be annoying. Like, yeah, it's a lot of concerns right now with this Bears team.
Yeah, what's concerning about the Niners? Yeah, you might say the offensive line for us
So,
in general could be the question
but
mark. When you look at the interior line of
yeah,
the
that's what I was
Niners,
gonna
if we
ask.
were to play against you,
What is the concern?
what's concerning for the Niners? I just think when you look at it,
Yeah,
outside of Jimmy Ward at our safety spot, that can be the suspect part. But the interior offensive lineman to me is a question mark because the center position is kind of like one of the weakest links. Jake Brendo doesn't have a lot of experience, and he's kind of been a journeyman, and I don't know what to expect out of this guy. You got Aaron Banks that you drafted last year from Notre Dame, and then you draft Spencer Burford, who I really like a lot, and I got a chance to interview him, and I came away impressed. But it's still a question mark because they only played through the preseason, so I got to see what they can do.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to say now. I know you don't have George Kittle. Do you think that affects your game plan tremendously?
As far as like the running game wise, it could be. But then you look at the difference. Like if Kittle's out, then more than likely we might have to use more of Juszczyk at this point. And Juszczyk, when you give him the ball more, he's kind of an effective receiving fullback. So maybe there's something we can do with him. But yeah, as far as Kittle, if missing the game it could be a significant difference because when he's like that running game, we need that sixth lineman, and then he's a good receiving tight end. So it does kind of leave Lance with less options. So he would have to rely on some backup tight ends and some other guys to step up instead. But we do got the receivers to make up for. But as far as like you say, does it affect it? Yeah, it affects the running game a little bit.
Okay. What do you think is the weakest links that the 49ers have on offense and defense?
So on offense, I think offensive line is like the most unproven spot because outside of Trent Williams, it's suspect.
Right.
I know this may sound crazy, but I really am confident with the kid. But I feel like everybody's questioning the quarterback position. But I'm just hoping that Trey does exactly what he does. But realistically, that's pretty much the two question marks on offense. Is people are questioning the quarterback position. I want to see how Trey does on his first game, and offensive line is pretty much the most suspect. And then when you look at the defense side of the ball, I feel like we're stacked pretty well. It's just the safety spot might be the weakness spot. And then you look at the rest of the positions. We got linebackers are like one of our strengths. Our defensive line is pretty strong on depth wise. Like last year, cornerback was one of the biggest weakness, and we still were able to get to the NFC Championship game. We were getting guys off the streets like Josh Norman, who was never the same player again. And he was the one that got the pick on Justin Fields last year.
Yeah. Yeah. About to say so. Yeah. About to say even with y'all is pretty stacked this year. The Bears is down. Now, only thing I can say, the Bears still have Robert Quinn. You know, the Bears all-time leader in sacks for a season. I think he got like 18 and a half sacks. So you still have him. You still got Travis Gibson, number 99. He had eight sacks last year. So you do got guys that can get to the quarterback on the outside. Now, the inside, that's what's unproven. Roquan Smith is going to finish out his rookie contract. So we do have a good middle linebacker crew. I don't know who the other guy is. He's really unproven. Kendall Vildor is still there. So I really hate that he's still there. I really wish that they would just make him be either a special team player or release him completely. Safety, hopefully Eddie Jackson can pull his head far out his ass, because last year he played so soft to a point that, man, it was like tissue paper was stronger than his man. How soft he played. The other safety position, of course, y'all have Travis Gibson this year, so we don't have him anymore. But we got a rookie playing that position. He reminds me more of Adrian Amos, so let's hope that can translate to the season. And like I said, You got Jalen Johnson, who showed last year he can play well, but even though he only had one interception in the beginning of the year, let's see if he can basically improve and stay healthy because for the past 2 years, he hasn't been healthy. He played 14 games his rookie year, and I think he played maybe 13, 14 games last year. So it's really more about guys not being injured, being disciplined, and not being soft on defense. That's really my biggest concerns on defense. Offense, I already have specified. Offensive line, wide receivers unproven. Oh, and the main thing too is Justin Fields. He hold on to the ball still too damn much. He get rid of the ball faster than he did last year. But he still hold on the ball too much. Still too damn indecisive from the little bit I saw. And but what he don't do is he don't throw the ball up in the air like a crazy person like he did last year. He just don't throw the ball up in the air like it's college. College you can do that, and your wide receiver coming out with the football. NFL that's not gonna happen.
It doesn't work that way because they're a lot faster on defense. They can read stuff quicker and all that stuff. But man, John Jay, you're asking me some cool questions, man. How many pancakes will my boy Spencer Burford will get? I'm hoping a lot of pancakes. I'm hoping he can get some pancakes on your defensive line or the linebacker, whoever. I'll tell you what, we got this kid in the 4th round, and not a lot of the Niner fans knew who the hell he was. And then once they had to search up the engine, they had to search up his name. And then my interview just popped up on that search engine, and it became pretty interesting. But I think he's kind of like a solid player, a very good guy that nobody expect to be a starter. But then you look at your guys' situation. You guys started a rookie in the 5th round, right? This Braxton Jones guy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Bears always had a habit of starting guys in the 5th round. But I don't know. It's like the guy usually the tackles that the Bears got in the 5th round, the guards usually end up being pretty damn good for a while. They don't stay good consistently for a long time, but they stay good long enough to get the job done. Like Jordan Mills was a good 5th round pick. It's a few guys that came in the 5th round that actually was very serviceable for the Bears. You know, I don't know. Bears always find a way to find a diamond in the rough in the O line in the 5th round. It's usually the 1st and 2nd round picks that rather is offensive line or defensive line. Well, they be terrible. Like Cabe Karimi was terrible. Lance Lewis was terrible. Um, Chris Williams was terrible. I'm going way back. I don't even know if you even
Yeah,
remember
way
Chris
back,
Williams.
man, way back in time. Like you guys had some bad investment, but when you got guys in the late round, you got Charles Leno, who was a good one.
Well, he was okay. He was serviceable enough. Once he got paid, I don't know what the hell happened to him. He couldn't block to save his life no more. You know,
Yeah, we
but I think he was a 7th round pick. He was serviceable, and he did not miss games. No matter what, he did not miss games. So that's one thing I can say about Charles Leno Jr. He didn't miss games. He stayed out there. He did his thing.
okay. That's pretty much high that what you guys are looking at because sometimes when you look at those rookies and a coach staff really likes this player, that they're more convinced enough to play him there. So it's like we did the same with drafting Spencer Burford, and he's already winning that starting right guard spot. So
Right.
it's like, yeah, he's a quick learner.
Right. They let me know that y'all got somebody special because rookies usually not gonna take over no veteran spot that quickly. They have to be good.
Yeah, Shanahan doesn't really like put the rookies out there like that, but he makes exceptionals if they're good. So me just be able to just interview this kid for like 30 minutes of his time was pretty much worth knowing what he was all about. And it seems to me he was a quick adjuster. So he told me that if they needed him to play center, he'll do it. No hesitation.
Which let me know his versatility is on point. Not only his versatility, but his willingness to put himself out there for the team. That automatically get a coach like, hey, I like him. So it's like, yeah, man. Matter of fact, like UCG, you was willing to play offensive line and defensive line. That automatically make a coach go like, that's my guy right there. Put him out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like when I was playing semi football, they always liked these guys that could do everything. Both sides of the ball is what they prefer. So I played some interior offensive line, mostly at center and guard. Tackle, don't even try to put me out there. I don't know, just not my forte. But you put me at guard or center, I'll be okay. Defensive line, D tackle, D end doesn't matter. I'll probably be solid over there. But it's like it's pretty cool. And how many touchdowns will Jennings get? I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping more than one touchdown, but he's a good red zone threat. He's like a poor man's Allen Robinson. Like that dude's he doesn't got speed, but he's a big receiver that smiles too much.
Well, so hopefully Bears stop that. They have Jalen Johnson on him at all times and try to have Jalen Johnson lock that man down.
Oh yeah, we don't know. Oh, here's a good question. So I guess Joneth has Fields improved and staying in the pocket. Has his accuracy improved? I guess he's
based on what I've seen, his accuracy has improved. It's just that he's still sometimes very indecisive. He holds the ball too long. He got it. Last year, I say he was probably held the ball longer than anybody in the league. This time, he's more of the middle of the pack, but it's still not good enough. He has to be at least top 12, top 10 in terms of getting rid of that ball. Got to get rid of the ball within 2.3 seconds or less. He's holding that ball maybe 3 seconds. Last year, he held the ball maybe 3.5, 4 seconds. That's automatic sacks that's happening majority of the time. So he has improved that. He has improved his accuracy. It's really his decision-making skills that's going to really come into effect. That's going to determine whether his interception touchdown ratio flip. Because last year was 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. If his decision-making improve, then that will flip, and it can easily be, let's say, 18 to 20 touchdowns, 7 to 12 interceptions. But only how that happened, those decision-making skills have to be a lot better.
It will get better in time with him just doing those little trainings in the off season, but now getting all the experience under his belt, that would only get him better. That's how you would look at it. But yeah, same can be said. Michael, to answer your question on one of the offensive linemen, it's Daniel Brunskill. He's not even our starter. He's mostly our backup reserve. I think he's our backup center and guard. Can play tackle also, but he's not that big of a deal. That the guy that you're talking about, we call him the Aaron Donald eraser because anytime Aaron Donald goes against Daniel Brunskill looks like trash against all opposing defenders. But when he plays against Aaron Donald, he just looks like a Pro Bowler out there.
No, he probably he probably be like, man, this is the time to get paid right here.
Nah, it's like anytime he plays Aaron Donald, dude, he always plays his best game. That's just the thing. And then you guys picked up the guy from the Vikings, and that's what he's talking about. But we got a couple of key players. But we got this safety who's familiar with the head coach that you guys hired. He played under him in Indianapolis, and we got him and that DN also. So they're very familiar of how Eberflus runs defense. So it's like, even though we got Komodo Turri on the practice squad, he's already played under him in Indianapolis. And then we got George Odom, who's probably going to start at that spot. Either him or Gibson, one of the two.
Okay.
Because that's who we promoted off the practice squad, yeah.
I just got to see. I don't know, man. I'm more so like, even if the Bears was to lose, I'm more so just be happy to see football back, because it's been gone for so long. Even though it hasn't been gone that long, but it's still been gone long enough to a point that I've been itching to watch some football. Basketball season way too damn long for me. I've been waiting on the goddamn the Bears. The Lakers are ass.
Oh, come on, man. Get off my Lakers, man. Get off my damn Lakers, you Warriors. You Warriors. I can't stand you. Oh. You talking about Johnson going to get Debo? Nah, bro. I've watched Jalen Johnson firsthand, bro. That dude would not even tackle Debo if it mattered, bro. I've seen Jalen Johnson firsthand. I've watched this kid played in high school, man. He's a good kid, just never stays healthy. So KO, bro, I'll give it credit. Shout out to Jalen Johnson. He's a local kid, but that guy never stays healthy, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah, but first 2 seasons, 14 games played, missed 2 to his rookie year, missed 3 last year.
But I mean, at least he still doesn't miss as much time. But I guess you can say he's your Ricky Manning, right?
He said, "Damn, Ricky Manning, man, I ain't heard Ricky Manning in a long time."
Hey, he's
Ricky
from my
Manning
area
Jr.
too.
Ricky Manning Jr. Well, Ricky Manning Jr. He at least he'll pick the ball off though. He'll give you a good 5 picks a season when
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah,
Especially
pretty
especially
much.
when he played for Carolina and when he played for the Bears when they went to Super Bowl. He picked out 5 passes that year.
Hey, he
And do
did
I
it. He did it with both teams. He did it with the Panthers and the Bears that year too.
yeah. I think he went Super Bowl with both teams, to tell you the truth. Do
No,
I
he
think
lost them both.
yeah. Do you think Cole Kmet is set to have a breakout year? Yeah, if the quarterback can give him the ball, and if Cole Kmet don't play soft, Cole Kmet was rough his rookie year, and then he hurt his shoulder against the Packers, and then after that he was like he just softened up last year. So let's see how he do this year. So that's all I
Well,
can say. If they give him the ball, he don't play soft. He can have a good year.
yeah, well, we'll definitely see, man. Man, get off of that stupid shit, John Jay. That dude gets on me with that. Yeah, Cole Kmet is like an intriguing name out there because he's one of those sleeper names because you don't have Allen Robinson, you don't have no other weapons, so that's going to definitely be Justin Fields' security blanket. Besides Mooney, you're going to want to rely on that tight end. So it's like I don't think Jimmy Graham's the same player. I don't even know if he's still on your guys' roster.
To tell you the truth, I don't know either. Jimmy Graham, I don't know. He wasn't even used properly last year when they had him. It was like, I don't know. It was like Matt Nagy was purposely trying to sabotage guys so that they don't get paid. So you don't have to pay them the following year.
Well,
And when it came down to it, he got fired. And now he back with the Kansas City. I still can't believe he got a job again, but it is what it is.
Well, here's the thing: with Matt Nagy benefited. He benefited under Andy Reid. You know what's even a tragedy is that Eric Bieniemy hasn't even got a head coaching job. I don't get it. I thought anybody who works under Andy Reid gets a head coaching job, but not Eric Bieniemy.
It
Like I
probably
would
is
have
going
thought.
to take him some time.
What?
I said it's probably just going to take him some time. When he get it though, he gonna get it. He gonna get one, I believe.
But do you kind of think there's a conspiracy theory on him or no?
I don't know a huge amount about him, but most people that coach under the Andy Reid / Mike Holmgren tree, because Andy Reid come from Mike Holmgren tree, they usually get a job and they usually do well. At least they first couple seasons.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a crime when you think about it. Like Eric Bieniemy has yet to get a head coaching job, and when you work under Andy Reid, you're guaranteed to get a head coaching job. I don't know. This kind of sounds a little bit kind of weird, but I don't know. Do you think it's kind of racist what they're doing? Because Eric Bieniemy was qualified to be a head coach, and it's a damn shame he didn't even get an opportunity. And the Saints didn't even take a chance on him, or no other team do. I think he would have been a great coach if he would have gotten the opportunity. But maybe there's just something that people are not even saying behind the scenes.
I don't know because I forgot his name. He the head coach of the Denver Broncos. He was the Bears head defensive coordinator. He was y'all defensive coordinator when y'all was killing everybody.
Oh, Vic Fangio, yeah.
Yeah, Vic Fangio. It took him forever to get a head coaching job. He should have been a head coach after the work he did with y'all.
Yeah, and then we just didn't even want to promote him, so we went with a freaking defensive line coach who looks like our damn janitor.
Exactly.
Like who gives Tom Sula a head coaching job? That guy's a joke. He looks like what's his name? He looks like that one dude. You know that one porn star guy, whatever his freaking name is. I forget the dude's name, but he had that mustache hair.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. There you go. Yeah, F the Yorks. I can't stand the Yorks, bro. Something about Jed York I just don't like. His stupid smile-looking face. his John Cryer looking face from 2.5 Men. I just want to punch his teeth out, and I want to just tell him to just sell the team. But nah, I don't know, something about him. Like he seems like him and Mark Davis would be like butt buddies together.
Oh my God, probably so, but I don't know. I don't think it's a conspiracy. It's just some guys just don't get it right away. You know, it's a
Oh, so
lot of
you think
guys
it
that
takes time?
deserve it. Yeah, like Dick LeVeaux should have had a head coaching job.
Yeah, he should have, but I think it had to do with the. I guess it took. Like maybe you're right. He just didn't fit the culture with everybody. But at
Right.
some point, Eric Bieniemy's gonna have to get a job at some point. I feel like.
No, he should. Shit. It'd be a crying shame that he don't.
So
It'd be
even
a go ahead.
so, even if he were to work under Sean McVay, that would be crazy if he were to not even get a head coaching job after working with Sean McVay. That would be a tragedy, right? Because anybody who works with Sean McVay, you get a head coaching job. Kyle Shanahan, you'll get a job.
I don't know, man. Depends. It depends if you fit the team criteria, because remember the NFL is moving on to a way different era. If it would have been maybe 15 years ago, a few of these guys would have got the jobs right off the bat if they was trying to interview for the head coaching jobs. Because of the era has changed, you know, it's all about offense, offense, offense. You know, sometimes those defensive guys, those really good chalkboard guys, they not getting the jobs like that so quickly. They want new and innovative type of guys.
So, do you really
So,
think that getting a guy like Matt Eberflus is like one of those old school defensive coach that does a chalkboard, or no?
yeah, he's one of those old school coaches, but the Bears is always looking for an old school type of guy. Listen, the Bears low key regret getting rid of Lovie Smith, and they've been looking for that Lovie Smith type of guy since then. Like they regret getting rid of Lovie Smith there, but they don't want to bring back Lovie Smith because they know if they bring him back, they have to apologize. So
And that's not their way to do it. Yeah.
So they've been constantly looking for that Lovie Smith type of guy. They haven't found him yet. Maybe with Matt Eberflus, they can have someone that's similar to that. He's not going to be Lovie Smith. No one's going to replace what Lovie Smith did for the Bears. You know, but
maybe more of your John Fox. I don't know. He seems like a John Fox type coach.
I hope it ain't. I hope it's Carolina Panthers John Fox and not. And also Denver Broncos John Fox, not Chicago Bears John Fox.
Oh, that's where you guys got him at, huh? Damn.
Right.
I forgot he was there for a short minute.
Right. That's what I'm like. If it's Carolina Panthers John Fox or Denver Broncos John Fox, I'll take it. Because both versions of that John Fox went to the Super Bowl. The Bears John Fox went what was it? 6-10, and I think 5-11 or some shit like that.
So he wasn't there too long. So then you guys went with Matt Nagy, and that's what happened. But
right.
But then you guys had Mark Trestman.
Yeah.
That guy was a joke. He was a good play caller, but just wasn't quite the head coach material.
Right. He was. Yeah, see, I will put it like this. That first year, the Bears under Mark Trestman, they would have been fine if Phil Emery was not the GM. And he got rid of Urlacher, and he got rid of a lot of guys. Then their defense probably wouldn't have been so bad because the Bears was like number 3 offense in the league that year. Not like number 2 scoring offense in the league that year. So, yeah, the Bears offense put up like 27 a game that year, but they gave up 27 a game that year. Because they defense, everybody went downhill. Henry Melton got hurt the fourth game of the season against the Steelers, tore his ACL. He was a Pro Bowler the year before. Lance Briggs tore his pectoral muscle somehow came back in the end of the year. It was fat, but it was all good. Charles Tillman tore his pectoral muscle completely off the bone. Urlacher wasn't there. DJ Williams, who was a Pro Bowl linebacker for the Broncos, got hurt. Then John Bostic had to come in and replace him. Major Wright was just terrible that year. It was just terrible. Everyone got hurt. Matter of fact, only good thing out of that was it was Kyle Fuller rookie, and he ended up getting five picks that year. That was the only good thing that happened out of it.
He was like your best corner before you guys got rid of him. So it was like I never understood why you guys got rid of him. Like he was still good.
Money.
So that played a factor. So when you look at it this way with the Bears, I mean, this is definitely anybody's game at this point because in the first, I guess, like you said, the first 4 weeks of the season, this seems like you shake the rust. So, do you really think that maybe Buffalo just came on a good start, or you feel like this was just a fluke on the early start? Because when you look at the game, you see how the Rams were playing. Do you feel like the Rams were rusty, or you feel that Buffalo just came off and just took advantage of it?
Now Buffalo hit it on the head early, but I think Buffalo gonna be doing something like this majority of the year. Now, don't get me wrong, they're gonna have games where it's gonna be looking like, yeah, that was a fluke that first game, but it's gonna be a lot more games where they're gonna play much like they did the week one. Like they was able to catch the Rams early, and they smoked them, and yeah, Buffalo started out hot early. Let's see how long their hot streak lasts before they come back to reality.
Because if you have early hot season, it can really like depend how long you can hold on to it. Usually late in the seasons where a lot of teams get scary good. So
right. And then after that, teams like Buffalo start to fall off, and then by the time the playoffs hit, they out of the first round.
Damn. So okay. So I guess you don't like that Vildor guard. So if he plays horrible, we should sub in Lamar Jackson. So he's a cornerback, right? Or is that?
Yeah. That's Lamar Jackson, the cornerback. Yeah,
that's the funny part. He's got the name after the quarterback.
Yeah,
Nebraska. I think he was a guy from Nebraska that's from Sacramento or Elk Grove or something.
Right, because no one likes Kendall Vildor. He is an excellent special team player. But in terms of a starter, that man needs to go ahead and go take a nap. Like, I don't know what that man's problem is.
So I don't get why Eberflus wants to keep this guy. I guess in a way he is like your Dante Johnson then, because we don't like Dante Johnson either. We feel like Dante Johnson's overrated, but we keep him around for whatever reason. Doesn't matter how many times we cut the guy, he gets back on the damn team. We just signed that dude on the freaking practice squad.
I'm looking up because I'm trying to remind who do Kendall Vildor can remind you of. What was his? Y'all had a terrible cornerback. He had only one good year, and after that, he got torched for the rest of his career. He's Ahmad Plummer without the Pro Bowl season.
Oh, Ahmad Plummer, he was actually he had a breakout year, but then he was never the same after that ankle injury.
That's what I'm saying. He's Ahmad Plummer with the ankle injury and no Pro Bowl season, getting torched.
Oh, but I would say the Dante Johnson seems similar because he gets beat too. Like Dante Johnson, you put him out there, he's getting beat and raped on the damn coverage because he can't cover. His coverage is so bad, bro, that he has to pretty much just come back in and out, bro. We call Dante in and out because we cut him and then he comes back. Boom. He makes so many damn transactions, bro. Nobody wants him, but we bring him back for whatever reason.
He probably a good special teams player or something. I don't know. What's going on?
He's a tall cornerback. He's a lengthy cornerback too, so he's like 6'2".
Okay. That makes
a big difference. What's up, Corey Davis?
Yeah, bro. See, man, I don't know, man. I'm just very interested in seeing how this game gonna be, man. Because
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to see how that game goes. We haven't even went to the defensive side of the ball yet, and we're just chit chatting, going with it, bro. We can go on for hours with this. Let's see.
Right.
Okay, defensive line. What would you give the advantage to?
As of right now, because y'all got everybody y'all had last year, it's gonna have to go to the 49ers. Now, if the Bears still had Mac and they had Quinn with Mac, then I will automatically give it to the Bears because before Mac got hurt, he had 6 sacks through 6 games. He probably would have had about 15 sacks last year, along with Robert Quinn having 18 and a half. So
Okay.
that would have been an automatic advantage Bears, but got to give that to the 49ers. Linebacking crew, overall 49ers,
Okay.
because you only got because if you break it down, yeah, Bears got 4 linebackers. You got Robert Quinn, you got Travis Gibson, who was number 99. You got Roquan Smith, and you got another guy that's unnamed. So that's them. But y'all linebacker crew, until the Bears can prove something, y'all got a better linebacking crew. Only 2 of those guys, only 3 out of 4 guys has proved something to me, and 2 of those guys is Pro Bowlers. But I still have to see more out of the other 2 guys.
Yeah, when you look at the Niners linebackers, you do got a 2-time. I mean, like Pro Bowler Fred Warner. He's one of the best at the position. And then you got Drake Greenlaw, who's the most underrated linebacker. When healthy, he's very clutch. He can make the plays. Alshire was emerging last year when Drake Greenlaw was injured. He kind of stepped in pretty well, so he's a very capable starter, and he's kind of up and coming. We got the guy from the Packers, Oren Burks, who's a solid special teamer guy, and then we got Flanagan Foles, one of the top special teams on our team. Like he's a good linebacker, converted safety, so he's got solid stuff. Oh, what's up, man? CJ, I want to ask you a question. Butters has the Bears scoring 30 points. Do you agree with Butters? No, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't know how you're going to score 30
I'll,
on this defense. That's
I'll be
tough.
shocked. I'll be shocked if they do. I say that most the Bears could possibly score is 24 at most. At most. And it had to be a great day. It
It
has to
would
be a
have to be
great day.
because your running game is working. Because if your running game's working, it opens the play action for Justin Fields, and it probably takes away the less pressure for him to throw the ball. Because if your
Exactly.
running game is gonna, if the running game with David Montgomery is on a flow, bro, then we're gonna have a hard time slowing you guys down at this point. So it's like the more you guys run the ball and the more effective Montgomery is, the more our defense gets tired, and then that's where it benefits Justin Fields with the play action a little bit.
Absolutely. All the way through. There's no question with that. That's the same thing that happens with you guys. That running game be on point, our defense won't be able to stop you guys because now with the running game being on point, now you can run play action. Now you can run a whole bunch of schemes with Trey Lance where he running giving it to the running back or faking it to the running back and running out in the open and take off because he is pretty damn fast.
Yeah, he
You
can
know,
run people over too. So, but he's playing smart, so he's not trying to like take the collision.
right. Because it can be real bad for the
Yeah,
Bears.
pretty
So,
much, pretty
whew,
much. But when you look at the last matchup, okay, let's go secondary, then we'll go into the end of the conclusion pretty soon.
okay. Well, the last matchup, of course, is the corners. Like I said, we mentioned it. I talked about it briefly before, but I'm gonna have to get that matchup to y'all cornerbacks. Because
Okay.
Jalen Johnson. Of course, we got Jalen Johnson. Eddie Jackson was one of the worst safeties last year after being Pro Bowler for 3 consecutive years. He's one of the worst safeties last year. So, and then, like I said, unproven safety. Kendall Villador was just a horrible corner last year. So I have to get it to y'all by default until I see improvements.
Okay, so Travarius Ward, the least target cornerback that we picked up this offseason, he's kind of turning out to be exactly what we paid him to be. Emmanuel Mosley, very underrated cornerback. He's not afraid of contact. He's very physical. So it's like, then you got this guy that we just drafted in the 5th round that came from Toledo. His name is Samuel Womack. He's kind of an unproven name also, but I like what we see so far, except the safety spot. Like I'm pretty sure Hufanga is going to prove me wrong otherwise, but I do believe in the kid. I like his upside, but people question his speed a little bit, and I think he makes up for it. But that's the only question mark people look at. Jimmy Ward, when he's out there, that secondary is like pretty damn good, even at that point, you know. So wait, is George Kittle ruled out? It seems like he's ruled out, but I think it's questionable. What's up, Roberto? What's up, everybody? Yeah, Alshire didn't play the last game because I think he was ruled out, and I think that's when Dre Greenlaw, or was it? Well, no, wait. I think last time we had Marcel Harris playing linebacker. It was Marcel Harris that played linebacker. I think Warner was kind of like in the game. I think that's when Alshire was out. I think that's when we put Marcel Harris out there because he was like a safety in college, and we converted him to linebacker after his experiment with safety didn't pan out. So he was previously playing safety for 3 or 4 years with us, and then when we brought him back, he converted to linebacker, and that was a simple transition for him. So, yeah, I think I remember we had number 36 playing over there because I think that Alshire was ruled out that game, and that's what the difference. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Let's see what the questions are. Ooh, I don't know, man. Kinlaw is going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder after that. Yeah, he is. That's true. Did you? I don't know if you ever seen that video. You ever seen that video of Javon Kinlaw with Grant Cohn?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you that video, bro. I'm gonna have to show you that video. That video's hilarious, bro. Like you'll laugh your ass up. Oh, here's one thing that Butters wanted me to show you. Do you think this was wrong of what Rombo said? Because Rombo kind of like I don't know. It's a little stirring the pot a little bit, you know. Since we all want to get a little controversial and see what other people think outside in, you know. You want to be an outside looking in and try to see what your thoughts of what they said. Sometimes it's kind of stepping the line at some extent, you know.
Yeah, let me hear.
Let me see if this is the right one. Let's see.
Okay.
All right, hold on, I got it. I just got to put it in. We'll answer this one before we end the conclusion. We'll do 2 more questions, then we'll end right here because we're already getting close. All right, let's just put this on for right now.
He doesn't like them to move outside the pocket. He doesn't like them to.
Yeah, he does. He used to. But you know what? I see a lot of RPO coming. Every team in the league knows how to deal with the RPO. I'm a little worried about that. And if Trey's going to be running the ball a lot, it's no wonder they wanted Jimmy to come back. He's going to get hurt. You can almost see it, feel it. Maybe.
You think he was just kind of hoping for an injury, or you think he was just more of like he doesn't trust Trey?
He probably just don't trust Trey Lance right now. You know, I don't think he was being controversial. He was stating his own honest opinion on what he think. You know, as of right now, in his eyes, Trey Lance is brittle. The moment he make it through the entire season, his whole opinion gonna change, and he probably one of those guys that's gonna be like, he'll probably admit that he was wrong, if he's wrong.
Yeah, definitely, man. But you know, it's going to be pretty interesting, man. You might need to check out that Kinlaw video, man. That one was like the most. Dude, you'll probably laugh your ass off, and then you'll say, "I feel bad for Grant Cohn," because he kind of stepped the line, and then there was the one with Pat McAfee making some punchlines on Grant Cohn about Javon Kinlaw. That shit was funny.
Wow, I gotta make sure I check it out, man, because you know I be moving around so much. I haven't had the chance to even watch nothing like I usually do, because I usually catch everything, and I haven't been able to catch nothing. So yeah, man,
Yep.
just I put them on like this. If you got the links, send me the links personally through on my phone when this interview over there, and that way I can check it out, and then I won't. And then even if I forget or anything else happen, it's still on there. I can see it, and then after that, Ben probably wrote you back. I'll hop on your page when you live and say something to you about it.
All right, I get it, man. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So before we get to the final conclusion, what is your scoreboard, and then we'll end it on the high note, bro.
Well, final score, the lowest score. I got two scores. Everything go right for the Bears. Bears win 24-21, maybe even 17-16. If everything go like it's supposed to go, 49ers, well, I still can't say it the way I want to say it. I'll be and got you in trouble. But basically the Bears get smacked 24-14 or 27-17 or something like that.
Yeah. All right, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Corey's asking if you're a boxer, and that's true.
Yeah, I am a boxer.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, professional boxer.
For sure, man. So as prediction goes, all right, like let's see, like if the Bears go exactly as planned, this can be a close game if they play up to their potential and actually play a close game. If Montgomery's on a flow and Justin Fields on a flow, this can be a shootout, a close game as expected. But if it doesn't go exactly the way it goes and the Niners dominate, don't be surprised. This may sound crazy, but remember in 2003, the season opener when the Niners played the Chicago Bears, what was the score?
Said 2003.
2003. Season opener, we played the Bears and we were dominating y'all. We were smacking y'all in the face.
Yeah. I was like, man, you was talking back when the Bears first went back to Soldier Field after being in Champaign for a year.
Yeah, the dominating factor. I don't know if you remember the score, but I'll tell you what the score was: 49-7.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the year that I think that Garcia.
Yeah, I remember that. Then I remember a few years after that, the Bears smoked the 49ers for a while until 2009.
Yeah, that's true. But then that was exactly how I was thinking. But it depends on how it goes. But yeah, I'm predicting a combined score of 37 points. I want the 49ers to win. Hey, that'd be kind of intriguing. So if you want it to be 37 points combined, I say 27-10, John Jay, or you want to go 13-24, one or the other. We'll see, man. But we should expect a good game. That's what I'm hoping for, man. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too confident. Maybe I'm just looking at like, man, dude, we don't know. Like, you guys are a young team, so it takes time. Not kind of like putting you guys down like that, but we got to see how you guys do. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually I'd be on edge, but it's like I can't be on edge with an unproven team because there's so many veterans that's gone and so many different pieces that is here that I don't know what to expect from the team myself. It's only a handful of guys that's still left from that 2018 team. So it's like it's a whole different type of makeup, a whole different type of everything. All I can do is sit back and just say what I honestly seen out there and what do I expect. Now, my expectations is at max 10 games if everything go right. If that's if everything go right. If it's up and down season, 5 to 7 games.
All right. So realistically, the way I look at it, 5 to 7 games seem reasonable because it's a rebuilding team. But if they outperform expectation, man, I guess KO's on that big Kool-Aid, man. Your boy's on that Kool-Aid, bro. And then the key on the mic seems like they're all into that hype shit right now, man. I don't know what stuff y'all drinking, man, but it's kind of going back to the 80s with those 85 Bears little drinking, man. Come on, all that yo-yo.
Hey, man, that 85 team was – no one expected the Bears to win 15 games that year and then kill everybody in the playoffs. I think they only allow 13 points the entire postseason.
I think they allowed the least amount of points, but they were dominating a lot of teams back then. But the years have changed and it's a different era. Yeah.
Early in the season, the offense was putting up all the points. The defense wasn't doing shit. Defense picked it up maybe week 6. Week 7, and then after that they only allow maybe 50 60 points after that, maybe 70 points regular season and postseason after that.
Yeah, man, those were the days when defense used to be a factor. Now you just have too many favorable calls. Like the way that the defense was playing back then, those hits were legal. Now you can't even hit like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I missed ever since 2005 on through. You can't hit like that.
Yep. They call penalties or they get automatically ejected, so it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, sure is what it is, bro. Hey, but I definitely appreciate you being on the show. I want to give you the solo intro to see what you got, get your final saying, and hopefully a lot of people sub up your channel, man. If you ain't subbed to my boy Joneth, then you're missing out, man. He's an awesome Bears content creator. He's he's a professional boxer too. So y'all got to give this guy some love here, man. This guy's the real deal, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I just want to give a shout out to CG, and I appreciate for him to allow me to be on the show this time around. Also, man, just like and subscribe to his channel, my channel. Man, show support to everybody, man. Show support to the other fellow Bear fans that's out there. I know y'all hate Michael, but man, he a cool cat, man. Butters is a cool dude, man. Just shout out to all the 49ers fans, everyone, man. Just I appreciate the love that y'all was giving me today. Sure, and peace out, man. Always.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, for sure, bro. As always, CG Ruthless and Joneth Piptne is out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Yes,